Hi, this is Phil Shapiro in Tacoma Park, Maryland. Last week, the author of this book, Andrea Beatty, came by to visit and give an author talk at our library, and the library was mobbed. It was mobbed by children and their parents and adults and everybody else, the library staff. So I wanted to give a review of this new book. Her previous books are much beloved. Here she is, Andrea. You can find her on YouTube with this nice interview with the first LEGO League people. So she's the author of the books Iggy Peck, Architect, Rosa Revere, Engineer, Ada Twist, Scientist. This is a short interview well worth watching. And this is the back cover of the book. So it's gotten, her previous books has got a lot of praise from the New York Times bestsellers. School Library Journal says a winner for Storytime Reading. Booklist says the strength of the series is the positive portrayal of diverse kids engaging in various arts and sciences. And Kirkus Reviews says adventure humor and smart, likable characters. Here is the inside flap. A dreamer, a doer, a real-life go-getter. Most people like good, but Sophia liked better. Sophia Valdez does as much as she can for her community. Alongside her loving abuelo, she visits elderly friends, rakes leaves, walks pets, and does whatever else needs doing, until one day when abuelo gets hurt at a local landfill. Sophia gets an idea. The town can turn the slimy mess into a park. Summoning her courage, she heads to City Hall. There she's told she can't build a park, she's just a kid. But Sophia knows that all change starts with just one person, even if that person is in the second grade. From author-illustrator team Andrea Beatty and David Roberts comes an empowering story about standing up for what you believe in to make a difference in the world. So this is a story about student agency and civic involvement. So you can see this is a scan from one of the early pages in the book. The drawings are just lovely. She and Abuela went out every week to help elderly friends around Blue River Creek who couldn't get out and about on their own and with no place to gather were stuck home alone. And that was the moment when Sophia first knew being brave means doing the things you must do, though your heart cracks with fear, though you're just in grade 2. So I don't want to give you too many scans from the book. It's a short, very interesting, very captivating book. As a library worker, I love the big illustration. In the middle of the book, there's a city hall, and right beside it is the public library, which is exactly the situation where I work. There's a city hall and a public library right beside it. So all you book authors out there, make sure you have a large, gorgeous drawings of libraries in your books. And a good title for your book could be Library, 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 Library. And then a lot of libraries will buy your book. And this is at the end of the book. I should mention, there's a very interesting, in the plot development of the story, there's a turning point. And the author has a very interesting way of bringing a resolution to the conflict of the story. So I'm not going to tell you what that resolution is, but I think it's very interesting, very believable. And you'll have to pick up the book, buy the book, or get it at your local public library. Please ask your public library to buy this book. So this is from the end of the book, a note from the author. Sophia Valdez was inspired by not one person, but many. Some small, some tall, some young, some old, people from every part of the world, girls, boys, women, men, people who saw a problem and worked to fix it, even when it was hard, even when it was scary. Some are famous, most are not. They took one small step, and then they took another and another, and they inspired other people through their journeys. They changed the world. I've heard a similar message from folk singer Pete Seeger. He always used to say it always takes just one person standing up. It's the small things, it's the unsung heroes that matter. And the book design here at the very bottom by Pamela Notarantonio. Very, very nicely done. So highly recommended book. If you're feeling very kind-hearted, buy a copy and place it in your local Little Free Library. And if you haven't seen it, there's a wonderful book called The Little Free Library Book. I have it in my book reviews. that book ought to be in your own public library, the Little Free Library book. So I made this screencast in 4K resolution. I have a monitor here. I have a ThinkPad laptop. I bought this on eBay for under $200. It's an older ThinkPad, but it works great on 4K. I use Linux Mint. It's a free operating system. The reason I use free software is that other people could also use it. So there's a little bit of Sofia Valdez in me. And to visit other video book reviews, visit sites.google.com/site/Phil Shapiro Book Reviews. I have almost 100 book reviews there. I do them in video form so that they can reach people who are non-readers, and they themselves might get the book sometimes in audiobook format. So here's my contact information. You can send an email or follow me on Twitter. And there's my YouTube channel. If you'd like, you can subscribe. I guess I have about 1,500 subscribers. And that's not a lot, but it's not a little. I'm kind of proud. I haven't purposely gone out to try and get subscribers. People kind of just showed up and subscribed. So this is Phil Shapiro. Until next time.